Okay, today's going to be a quick video about the Cursed Desert base. And it's pretty simple. It only has a few ingredients. We start with a base of corn red. And then something I didn't do on this one that I'm going to try today is a little bit of Wild Rider red, just a brighter red in certain spots to kind of make it look glowing in some areas. Agrellan Earth and Storm Shield, or any other kind of sealer, or even probably thinned down PVA glue would work just as well. All it's going to do is seal the flakes in, because sometimes they can come off, you know, if you're playing games with them. So I like to seal that down. So first, I have my base, and I'm just going to paint my corn red on it, just all over the top. I'm not thinning this one down, because painting over black needs a bit of coverage. Okay, this is my coverage after the first coat has dried. It looks a bit brighter in the video than it does in real life. So I'm going to put another coat on. If it hurts you to use your expensive model paints for this, then use whatever cheap paint you like, but it may take more coats to get a good solid color. And after 2 layers, I think we have a good coverage. So I'm going to my Wild Rider red, and I'm just going to paint some areas. Just little areas. And after our patches of Wild Rider red, I just took whatever was left on the brush after it dried and, you know, dry brushed it on. Next, I'm using the Technical Storm Shield and getting a varnish layer over the base paint here. Once the Storm Shield is dried, it's time for the Agrellan Earth. Make sure it's been shaken up really nicely and really glob it on. And get a nice thick coat, because it'll make bigger cracks. This is how much I've ended up putting on mine. Hopefully that's enough. As you can see, it's a nice thick layer, really kind of globbed on. The optional step here is to use a hairdryer on a low setting and speed dry this, and apparently it cracks a little better with the hairdryer than without. This is after about 5 minutes of using the hairdryer. You can see it's forming some pretty significant cracks, and you can really see the color underneath. So the next thing I would do after this step, make sure it's totally dry, and apply a coat of Storm Shield again, or your varnish, or PVA glue, or whatever you're going to use to seal the cracks, the little flakes in there. Because we want to dry brush a color on here, but we don't want to knock any pieces off. With the top layer of Storm Shield dry, what I forgot to mention was our dry brush color. We shop to bone in this case. I've already lit it on my dry brush, and I'm just going to catch the tops of these cracked bits. And that's it. I would just go over the rim with a Abaddon black, and that's it in comparison to the one I already had done from before. So the cracks turned out a little bit different. I think how it pulled up made these ridges in the one on the right, and maybe I had a better flattened surface on the one on the left, and I think the hairdryer kind of changes how it cracks too. So you can experiment with it and see what you like better.